car, and I just bought this yesterday, so it's kind of exciting. It feels like I have my freedom again, and I have I don't know, I think in the last couple weeks it just felt really like a weight on me of making a decision that I would be using pretty much every day, and just kind of this concern about making the wrong decision and just not wanting to feel cheated or tricked. So I hope everything's fine. I already drove this back last night for about an hour, drove it to work and back, so it seems like it's handling fine. And so yeah, I'm grateful. Well, now you know that I have a car, I can kind of walk you through the process as I show you how to make chocolate chip cookies. I was so concerned with the car market and just doing frantic research because it's just something I was not keeping up with. I was looking at YouTube, I was looking at reviews, I had purchased a Consumer Reports, I was talking to people, I was asking everyone I knew for connections. And it was such a jungle out there. When I put my car on Facebook Marketplace for one day, I had 50 people reach out to me. Some people from out of town, and the majority were these small mechanics. I had 2 no-shows, and then I ended up selling somewhere else. But even when I was trying to coordinate with Facebook, there was a person who didn't disclose that the title was rebuilt and that he had a loan on the car. Then another person was not upfront with the odometer. He had listed at 90,000 miles, and when I test drove, it was 97,000. There was an empty tank on that car, and he wouldn't let me go on the highway because he didn't have time. So that was really shady. Then I went and saw one car that the person didn't disclose that the glove compartment was completely ripped out, and that was a small lot dealer. I went to another small lot dealer where the car had been spray painted and you can see the rust underneath. Some small lot dealers just had really strong smells of just very questionable smells in the vehicles. It just was difficult. Then I went to the dealerships, and unfortunately the dealerships, their lowest price car was just above my budget. And it was a really hard time. In the last 2 weeks, I had to stay home from work a few days because I couldn't get a ride. My schedule was very hard to plan. If I did get a ride, I was going to be on the other person's schedule. So if they were late, I was late. If they wanted to stay longer, I stayed longer. And so yeah, I'm just so grateful to have a car again, because it just symbolizes so much freedom and independence that I had taken for granted. I'm baking cookies here because I felt like that was the least I could do. I was playing this concert. It was this orchestra's 50th year, and it's a volunteer weekly Monday night rehearsal and then a few concerts a year. And it was so difficult for me to do this because when I had a car, it was easy for me just to show up. When I didn't have a car, I would need to get rides, and I did get a ride to the last rehearsal and to the concert and back. And there was just a lot of kind of anxiety about who's going to come to my concert and how am I going to get there, and is it even worth it? This is volunteer. And so I baked cookies because there's some refreshments, and we were asked to bring snacks, which is also very funny. Oh, I'm eating the cookie dough there because it is so delicious. But yeah, I just Googled the first recipe that I saw and just kind of made them. I don't have a mixer or anything like that, but I just kind of made them the way I wanted to and added some maple syrup. I didn't have any brown sugar. And so, yeah, the cookies turned out really wonderful. Then I meal prepped chicken and broccoli. Here I am at the concert with black heels on. It was really fun, and I had a really good time just seeing the turnout and having my friends come by. We had these snacks. And then we went out to celebrate with my friends, which I felt so loved. It was such a good time. I really enjoyed this concert and just have really, really enjoyed this season with my friends, which I have taken for granted. And I'm very, very grateful because there are some things that are just more encouraging and enjoyable when it's with people who you know care about you and who want the best for you. And so, yeah, I got invited to a dinner. A friend came in town, baked some bread for them. We just ate outside. Then we jumped in the hot tub. I'm just really full and content. And now I'm just going to kind of show you a little montage of some cars that were out there and just kind of the unbelievable prices and just kind of all the different places that I saw. And I think that's one thing. When you go on a website and look at reviews, there's actually a disconnect from what's online to what's in person. And for me, I kind of go by my intuition and my gut. And also, there's so many different signals. Like, does this person seem trustworthy? What's their vibe? What are the other cars like? Are they busy? Are they full? What does it look like? Is it well maintained? Even with the car, looking at them up close, it's really hard to know exactly how it is until you drive them, until you see them. I think it's the same with buying houses. In this market, the one I found was a needle in a haystack. There were just really slim pickings at really high prices, which was so difficult for me to spend that kind of money. But I did find a car with a really good deal, and I'm just so grateful for the people that helped me and just for the research I got in kind of understanding. I'm glad I didn't buy that one. I feel like I have turned a new page and like this huge burden is lifted off, and it did cost me more than I expected to. So that's just something that I'm going to have to figure out and budget accordingly.